Alright, now unfortunately I'm not going to be showing you how to be black and white because, well, this isn't Pleasantville and we can't all be black and white. So in that case, I actually pulled up 2 reference photos from the movie. I just googled screen caps. One of them happened to be her as Wendy, and the other one happened to be her as Goldie. So Goldie, Jamie King actually does double duty. She plays Wendy and Goldie because they're twins. So it's pretty cool because you can actually get both perspectives. They look exactly alike. There's no distinction on the difference between Wendy and Goldie except for the fact that Goldie is somewhat in color. Her hair obviously is gold, and in certain lights you can actually kind of see the colors of her makeup. And Wendy is in the normal black and white that the movie is filmed in, along with the books. So we're not going to be going black and white, unfortunately. I wish. So we're actually going to start off with a really easy face of makeup. I'm going to kind of put you in a little bit. We're not going to do too much. Yeah, you're going to be looking like a bombshell, but you can be a bombshell without putting on too much face. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my concealer. This is just the Revlon Color Stay Concealer. It just comes like this. This is the lightest shade because, as we all know, I'm as pale as a ghost. And what you're actually going to do is you're going to just spot it over your face. So if you have any acne blemishes or any like redness, put it all over that and just kind of let it sit for a sec. So I'm going to put some here, some here, some here, down my nose, sides of my nose, because all women get that hormonal redness around there and it sucks. I'm going to put some, just spot it all over my chin because my chin is heinous because hormonal acne is all along your chin. I also get some sort of redness on my cheeks, but that's actually going to be fixed because we're also going to put this under our eyeballs like that, because we're going to get rid of dark circles because if you're like me, you work too much. But yeah, so just kind of spot it where you need it. I actually learned this really nifty trick online. I think it was from Jessica Harlow. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. Let your concealer sit for a second or two, and just let it kind of set a little bit, because then you won't lose any pigmentation. So while this is sitting, I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm actually going to use the Balms Put a Lid on It, because we're going to be putting eyeshadow on, and we're not going to be using too much. Honestly, Wendy Goldie is kind of, I'm just going to call her Goldie because it's the same person anyway. Jamie King's makeup in the movie is pretty darn simple, and it's actually kind of very vintage inspired, so you could use this for a vintage look. But as I was looking at the pictures, it's very just heavy on the eyeliner, which is always good for me because I love black eyeliner. And it's the lashes, but it's also her lips. There was one photo in particular, and I'll post the photos obviously in the article, where you could actually kind of see the colors that she has on, which was really helpful doing this. So it's kind of set. And what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of buff it all over. So use like a flat top brush. I'm using my Real Techniques brush that I love. This is the buffing brush. It's kind of breaking all over. This is also good too for, well, I know summer's almost over, but if you just don't feel like wearing a whole face of makeup like I do at cons, and my skin is kind of wrecked from, it still kind of hates me from Comic-Con, so we're not gonna put on too much. But this works because it will cover without making you look cake face, which that's what I did all weekend. look somewhat normal now. So you can let this sit and powder it if you want to. I'm probably gonna powder it after I do this, just to let it kind of sink in a little bit more. So we're actually gonna move on to the eyeballs. And I'll zoom you in a little bit more for that. I'm gonna use one brush. I'm gonna use a big, huge, fluffy brush. This is actually a concealer brush, but yeah, it works really well. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit more, just so like you can see. So I'm actually gonna be using this. A lot of the products I'm using is from Urban Decay. It's just kind of what I prefer. So the palette that we're using is actually this Oz Great and Powerful palette. This is the Theodora palette. You can't get this palette anymore, but the shadows I'm using you can find anywhere. So you're gonna take a skin tone shadow, which I like this palette because you can actually pull everything out, and I can see the coloring. Oh my god, I never pull these out. So this is Broken. This is a skin tone shade. It's really pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and put this back in the palette. And then just take the fluffy brush and put it all over. Because like I said, this is really just kind of about the eyeliner and about the lips, which is really what the Bombshells do. I've kind of been really obsessed with the Bombshell thing lately. Comic-Con, they had some really awesome Bombshell art. They had like all the DC Bombshells, which is kind of really cool. So, and I'm gonna eventually do Harley Quinn Bombshell. Well, Bombshell Harley, which is always nifty, so you know, can't be too bad with that. So you can see it's just skin tone color. You could even use your face powder if you have a skin tone powder. And then what you're gonna do is you're also gonna take another shadow. This is Beware from the palette. It's this color. It's kind of a medium tone brown color. And that's just gonna go in the crease. Just kind of wash it in the crease. Just to give some definition, because it does just kind of look one tone and flat if you don't have some definition to your eye. And this is just going to be really, really subtle, especially because we're using such a huge brush. It's not going to pack on pigment like a smaller domed brush would. But you can see the difference. So if you look at both of my eyes, this one has it, this one doesn't. You can just kind of tell that this one looks a little deeper. So we're just gonna keep doing that. Just gonna add a little bit more here. And this is just to give some definition to the eye, like I said. Like that. So when you look, it just kind of makes your eyes look a little bit more sunken in, so it looks like your eyes are bigger. If you want, you can always take another shadow on like a smaller brush. So I'm going to take the darker brown color from the palette, which is Bewitch. Everything's witchy thing because it's Oz Great and Powerful. And I'm just going to take an eyeshadow brush. I know I said that I'm using one brush. You don't have to do this step, but you can just take a brush like this, put some just right in the crease like that, just to give a little bit more definition, and then blend it out so it doesn't look like it's there. So just kind of place the color like that, and it just kind of sinks your eyes more. And then take your blending brush, just blend it. Exalted. Alright, so you can tell from the pictures that I posted, they both have really, really thick eyeliner and thickly rimmed eyes. So I'm actually going to take Urban Decay Zero. This came with this palette. Some palettes will come with brushes, some will come with eyeliners. This one just came with this, just tight line. I know it looks really weird, but when you go to tight line your bottom, just put your finger right there. You don't want to tug it down, you just kind of want to place it so it will pop out. Just like that. So place it, don't pull it down. Just like that. You can use other stuff too. I wouldn't suggest liquid liner, that just feels awkward. I've tried it. I'm also gonna just do the lashes right at the lash line as close as you can get. Just to darken them, because she has really dark lashes. And then what I do for tight lining the top is I just point the pencil up, close my eye on it, and just draw like that, and it works. I'm always wicked jealous of women in movies, especially when they've got that like vixen look to them, because their eyeliner is always so like spot on perfect, and every time I do my eyeliner, I'm constantly searching for the perfect eyeliner. I could write like a whole entire article about finding the perfect eyeliner, especially for the waterline, because my waterline gets so watery and it never stays. I was not even in frame for that, I'm sorry. I'm kind of zooming you guys out while I talk. It's always such a pain in the butt trying to find it. So I'm always looking. I'm probably gonna buy something else too for it. But yeah, that's like the story of my life. Always trying to find the perfect eyeliner. So what you're gonna do next is you're actually gonna apply eyeliner to your top lid. We're gonna do a nice little wing. Let's zoom you guys just in a little bit. So this is actually their real push-up liner from Benefit. It's a gel liner pen, which this stuff is pretty nifty, but I find that you have to really clean off the tip so that way it won't clog. I'm also just going to do a small wing on it. Now I'm applying it pretty thick just because we're also going to be putting on false lashes, so it's got something to stick to, but that's the liner. So this is really cool because it's a gel liner pen, and you just kind of twist up the bottom and it goos up the top, and you draw on like that, and it's like super simple unless you're me and, you know, screw up sometimes or don't push up enough, and it just looks, you know, weird. So, it oops like me. Don't worry about it. Let it sit. but that is essentially the eyeliner. Like I said, it's not perfect. You're gonna be putting lashes on anyway, so I'm just gonna wipe this off before this goes back in. But yeah, it's really nifty. I actually really like it, even though it's a little pain in the butt to work with. So, next step that you're gonna do is definitely your mascara. You can use any mascara you want. I prefer doing mascara before lashes. That way you don't have to put mascara on your lashes, on your false lashes, and ruining them. So I'm using this sample of Urban Decay's new Perversion black mascara, which I've never tried, so this is basically first impression. This came in my glam bag this month, and I literally nerded out over it because I was gonna buy it, but I didn't. Not yet, so we'll see. All right, so that's what the brush looks like. Okay, let's try this. Ooh, I kind of really like. I'm also a mascara junkie. Eyeliner and mascara, that's all I need in my life. And stuff for my eyebrows, because my eyebrows don't match my hair. Not like when I do them, they match my hair, but you know. So I really like this. Look at that. That's crazy. So if you wanted to, if you had like an awesome mascara that makes your eyelashes look like 10 times better than they are, not necessarily saying this one, but this one's pretty cool, I might have to bite the bullet and buy this because this is kind of awesome. Look at that. That's awesome. Alright, so I'm just going to apply it to my bottoms really fast. I'm loving this mascara. That's one coat of mascara and my lashes look crazy. Like, they look so good. I just Urban Decay, you make the world perfect. I can't. So yeah, so that's that. So if you wanted to leave it like this, you totally can. So I'm actually gonna leave it like this for now, and we're gonna do the lips. So if you wanted to leave it like this, you could see, but I'm gonna, wrong way again. So we're gonna do the lips next, and then I will go and powder and put on the lashes and everything. So I'm gonna start off with a lip primer. This is the OCC Cosmetics lip primer, and I'm just gonna apply this with my finger. So just a little bit, and kind of smack it together. So let it sit for a sec. Let it do its thingy thing. I actually really like this primer. It's just a lip thing in general. It feels great, you know? So, yeah. So that's that. So, with the lips, with any bombshell look, red lips is the way to go. You can do plenty types of red lips. It just depends on your favorite kind of red. I'm actually using a super secret color red. That's this awesome blood red. I'm not going to tell you the name or where I got it. Well, it's Urban Decay, but I'm not going to tell you anything else about it because that's in another video for another day. But I'm super, oh my god, like, I wore this at Comic-Con and there's black on it, sorry. So yeah, so that's that, just for a minute. So I'm going to take the accompanying lip pencil. This is again Urban Decay. And hello phone. Thank you. And you're just gonna follow your lips.
Yeah, look at this! Here's the guy who's just in the nick of time. What does
And line them.
Big damn heroes, sir. Ain't we just?
That's so professional of me. Every video I film, that's so professional. So. You can overdraw your lips too slightly, so just kind of half smile like that. It's really hard to talk while doing that. Just kind of stretch your lips out and draw. That's overdrawing your lips and then color them in. This is just super. Ugh, I can't. I've been looking for a blood red lipstick. And the bottom. Don't forget the corners of your lips, they need love too. So, get that. My lips always look super like offsides. It's weird. It's just my lips. So yeah, so you get this awesome color. It's perfect if you're going out trying to, you know, smell like angels ought to smell. And then just put the lipstick over it. Yeah, I'm going right from the tube. We live on the edge in Sin City. But yeah. So that's the lips. And if you want to make this line a lot crisper, go around it with your concealer and just line it, basically, like outline it. But that's basically it. So I'm actually going to throw the lashes on because I want to see how this looks, and we'll finish up. I'll be right back.